This is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Phillippi, and my guest today is Wendy Thompson. And Wendy is back to talk about her latest projects. So, welcome.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while.
I think I was here a year before last.
Yeah. It's been a while. So what's new? What do you have going on?
Well, I'm doing the Art Harvest Tour, studio tour again this year. A lot of the people who watch are aware of that. When it's this year, it's October 7, 8, and 9, and 14th, 15th, and 16th. And you can go to Arts Alliance and get a lot more information about that. I think there's 38 plus artists and a few new people again.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah. Last year I wasn't sure if I was going to do the tour this year because I didn't have any new colored pencil work that I've done for years, and everybody'd seen most of the work that I've done, and you know, when you have people come on a tour like that, they want to see new stuff. And so I was trying to figure out ways to create new work, and I found a couple of things, so I'm on the tour again. So
okay, so what are you doing?
Well, the first thing with my arthritis, it's really difficult to do a lot of the colored pencil, you know, with just a pencil over and over and over.
It's so intricate.
And I am working on this one piece,
which is beautiful.
It's little snowberries. That is done on canson paper, so the background is already done, so that helps speed up the picture too.
Would you call it canson?
Canson paper.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually paper made for pastel artists.
Oh, okay.
And I use the back side of the paper because it has just enough tooth for the colored pencil to adhere. And I've been requested to do that piece for the International Colored Pencil Society of America show, which is going to be held in Dallas, Texas this summer. And very few people get asked to do a piece, you know, the signature members, and so I'm one of maybe 15 out of 700 or 800 or more that have been asked to. What we'll do is create a piece, and it'll be in the silent auction, and somebody else gets to take it home, and the money goes to support our group.
Okay.
And while we're still on colored pencil, I have information here. The local chapter of the Colored Pencil Society in the Portland and Oregon chapter, we're having our state show in Corvallis, and the reception is the next weekend. The actual reception is from, I don't know if you can see this or not, I can read it, from April 1 to May 1, and it's at the LaSalle Stewart Center on the OSU campus in Corvallis. And I have two pieces in that show. One is one called Featherlight. It's very tiny here. I don't know if you can see
they won't
see
be able
that.
to see that, right?
It's it took me 2 years to finish that piece.
Oh my heavens!
So, because of my hands, so it's in that show, and they had enough wall space in the gallery that they're using that they asked anybody who had still had on hand a piece that had gone to the International the year before to bring in a piece. So I have my Eye of Nasturtium, which is
that's beautiful,
real bold piece. So I'll have two pieces in the show. And that'll be for all of the month of April at the LaSalle Center in Corvallis.
Wow.
And another thing that I was doing in trying to figure out what I could do with, I have so many images in my inventory, like over 100 to 120 pieces that I can work with. And I have it's called a graphics tablet, a Wacom tablet. It has a pressure-sensitive pen that you can program for pressure. And I have my, do you recall the botanical works that I've done?
Yes.
The moths and butterflies. And so I put them on my computer screen, and I use the pen to just trace and do a line draw of the botanical drawings, just the outline. And I'm hoping to put together, I guess it'll be a color book.
How fun!
For big kids. And
how neat.
I have a color palette that I've selected to go with it to kind of help decide what colors and
okay.
So hopefully I'll have that. The first summer show that I'm doing is Wilsonville, and that's June 4th and 5th, I think.
Okay.
And so I hope to have my books for that.
How did you come up with the idea of a color book? I think that's ingenious.
I just was trying to find out things to do, and well, actually, at one of the first shows I did 7 years ago in Vernonia, there was an English lady visiting, and she looked at some of my pieces and said they would make fantastic color books. And so I guess that little thought was there, and so I just kind of built on that. And when I was working with my work on the computer, I got this neat idea because I do mandalas, and I have a lot of circles within my work, and sometimes I don't know why they just kind of appear, but I was taking some of my designs and putting them in sections, and in Photoshop you can do a copy flip, and making, I called it Kaleido art.
Okay.
And so I had this image going around, and I had some of my damselflies and ferns, and made like a mandala, but more like a Kaleido art. And then I thought, well, why not do the real thing? And so when I was at a bookshop on the coast one day, I came across a book about kaleidoscopes. And it's kind of appropriate because my cousin Laura and I had written the Kaleidoscope book a few years ago, and it has one of my mandalas on the cover. So I have kaleidoscopes.
And I was kind of playing with them, and they're so beautiful with the beads inside this little. I love it. I love it. I think it's so cool.
And I hand-pick each one. That has a little seashell inside, along with some little Christmas lights, a red and green Christmas light.
Yeah.
And
I see all kinds of funny things in there, and when you twist it, it makes so many interesting patterns. You never get the same one twice, do you?
No. And that's the beauty about it, is, every one of them, there's millions of different, it'll never be the
infinite,
same
right.
ones. And I was reading this one lady said one time that she didn't know to be angry with the kaleidoscopes because you have one that you want love and you want to keep, but it'll go away.
Yeah, you twist it.
Or there's the beauty of having so many images. And I did stained glass about 30 years ago, and also in trying to find things that would excite me artistically and have the passion there to do work. And the tools that I use for making the stained glass are larger, they're easier to hold on to. And the only difficult part really is just cutting the glass, but I have good tools for that. And so what you do is you put together a 3-mirror, let me see, this one has a 3-mirror system in it because it goes all the way down the shaft.
These are really beautiful. So do you create these little embellishments before you solder the whole thing together? Or?
I purchased those from an online shop, but all of the soldering, the decorative soldering, I'm just learning how to do that too.
And it's really beautiful, though. The way you do it is so pretty.
It
looks really elegant and kind of old-fashioned.
Well, that's kind of the way I do things, I think. I feel old-fashioned.
Well,
and
you don't have a cell phone? That's old-fashioned.
I won't have one. Yeah. But the mirrors are what you call first surface mirrors, not a regular mirror.
Oh, okay.
And so the reflection comes from the top of the mirror and not like passing through the glass and then a reflect.
Oh, okay. So it's a special kind of mirror.
Right. And you get it from scientific companies.
Oh, okay.
Like Edmunds Scientific, and I just kind of built little embellishing and.
Oh yeah, those are beautiful.
And then I shaped the eyepiece. So there's the mirror system inside, either a 2 or a 3 mirror system. And then you build the casing, and then you get the mirror in, and about the first ½ inch or so inside here is a little chamber. It's the object chamber.
Where the goodies go.
Where the goodies go, yeah. And I like to hand-pick each one of the pieces, and I'm not sure which one it is. I found this necklace during the Christmas holiday sale, and it had bunches of little glass handmade glass chili peppers,
Oh, how cute.
red and yellow. And so I took the necklace all apart, and a couple of these have, when you get them in the view, as part of the image, they make it look like beetles or
Oh, how
something.
cute.
Just
Yeah, different.
And I'm
Different shaped objects.
yeah, and I'm working on a new one now. I didn't get it put together in time. Well, I had to do a repair on it.
Oh,
still,
a technical malfunction.
Still perfecting. And but I have a little clock gear in it.
Oh, how
And
fun.
so when that clock gear gets on the edge of the reflection over, it makes it look like one of the rose windows in the cathedrals. You know, the famous rose window. Yeah. If you have a 2-mirror system, there's 2 mirrors, and then the bottom is black, and that makes a mandala shape at the end.
Okay.
That's my favorite. But if you have a 3-mirror system that reflects on all 3, then it gives the image down inside. And I thought I had, let me see if I remembered. Yes, I have that.
Oh, okay.
So just some samples.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sure
How did you take those pictures?
Ed is a professional photographer, and actually he uses my little Olympus.
Okay.
But we put the scope on a stand like that, and we just get the camera as close as you can, right inside,
Okay.
and just get it right where you want it.
Up to the
and
peak hole.
Just right up there, yeah. And,
Okay.
So I'm trying to document as many of them as I can, and find things that work. And I've been making these little boxes. This one is the rose-colored glass.
It's really pretty.
And I have little stands for them to go on. And I've been making boxes also.
Yeah, this is a really beautiful box.
And that was the first box I made is, excuse me, is this one right here. And it's really elegant.
It is very elegant.
And they have a little chain that holds the top open. And then I use found objects as, this is an old drawer pull
That's really
for
cute.
the handle. And I put special little legs on them. It's so they're all my own design, and they'll be one of a kind.
Those are amazing.
And this one, I'm going to design and build quite a few more for the shows. It has my artwork in the cover, in the lid, and this one has the little chain on it.
I know,
there
those are
also.
so pretty, the beaded chains. That's really pretty. I mean, the whole thing is an exquisite work of art. It's really quite beautiful.
I go to Goodwill and find old necklaces and beads and things, and I've been looking for like little trinkets and stuff to put on the kaleidoscopes or inside of them, and yeah.
Really, it's kind of infinite what you can do.
It's I'm just beginning, and so there's a lot. I connected with a website that has a lot of helpful information. Some folks that have been building kaleidoscopes for like 20 years or more, and so they're more than happy to help the newbies like me.
Sure.
And I was having trouble with the mirror system, and I got some really good answers yesterday, so I'll give it another try.
Okay. So, I mean, is it, I guess, obviously it's technical to some degree, so that the interior piece has to be, probably pretty precise, and then the outside obviously is where you can get fancy and do whatever you want to.
And what I wanted to do was, to kind of tie it in with the boxes that I was making, but to, kind of like with my artwork, you can look at it and say, I think I know who did that,
Exactly.
And so you can look at this work and say, I think I know who made those boxes or who did the kaleidoscope. So it's it helps with style and at the shows and stuff too, to be unique.